No player in a team sport should be going through this. This league has failed her, the officiating is totally biased against her, and her team doesn't lend her enough support. No other team or coach lets their superstar player get mauled on the court. Never happened to Asia, Stewie, or Nafisa. Only Caitlin Clark.
No superstar in a professional team sport should have to endure what Caitlin Clark is going through right now. What's happening is a failure at every single level of the WNBA. The officiating is blatantly inconsistent, biased, and targeted. Her own team often leaves her stranded without the protection or backup you'd expect for a franchise player. And no, you will not find another instance in modern WNBA history where a generational star is allowed to be physically mauled game after game without a whistle.
Is not allowed to have any movement on the court. Caitlin Clark telling the ref, "That's just rude, grow up, come here, come here, come here." She also didn't end up getting a tech, which proves it was all the refs' disrespect that had riled her up so much. These WNBA refs are clearly not professional and need to be taken.
It's never happened to Arja Wilson. It's never happened to Brianna Stewart. It's never happened to Nneka Ogwumike. But somehow, Caitlin Clark is treated like she's fair game for anything short of an actual assault. Every possession is a wrestling match. Every screen she tries to fight through, there's an elbow waiting. Every time she cuts, there's a hip check. And the moment she stands up for herself, then she's suddenly the problem. During this now infamous moment, Clark looked at referee Michael Price and called him out directly. "That's just rude. Grow up. Come here. Come here. Come here." You don't talk like that to an official unless something deeply disrespectful has been said to you first. The wildest part? She didn't even get a technical foul.
Hold her back. We'll take a timeout.
I mean, she went from 0 to 100 real quick. She was upset, dog. I don't know what that...
That fact alone tells you everything you need to know about the situation. Price knew he'd crossed a line. The WNBA officials knew it too. And yet, instead of dealing with what caused Clark's eruption, the league is now investigating her as if she's the villain. The hypocrisy is staggering. The footage shows it clearly. Clark's face shifting from irritated to furious in a split second. Brienne January literally has to hold her back as she tries to step toward the ref again. She's not trying to start a fight. She's demanding accountability. But in the WNBA, accountability doesn't flow upward. It's always dumped on the players, especially when those players threaten the fragile authority of a ref. This league has been blessed with Caitlin Clark.
I've said, I don't know what happened, but yeah, she was basically just saying that has nothing to do with it. So I don't know what they were discussing, but yeah, she was basically pissed about the entire situation, man, and was trying to...
She's elevated the sport to heights the executives never dared dream about, and this is how they repay her? By hanging her out to dry? By letting physical abuse go unchecked? By protecting officials over their most valuable player? It's disgusting. This isn't the first time either. Since her rookie season began, Clark has been targeted with cheap shots, off-ball hits, and reckless fouls. She's been knocked down, elbowed, poked in the eye, and grabbed without calls. The refs not only ignore it, they seem to embolden it. And now that she's finally had enough, the league wants to pretend she's the aggressor. After that third quarter in Connecticut, Clark approached Price calmly at first. They exchanged words. And then whatever he said next, it set her off. This wasn't a case of her being too sensitive. This was a veteran referee saying something inappropriate to the face of the league.
Ascended this damn league to heights they never thought they was going to get to. And for the way they're treating her is despicable.
And let's be real, if a player ever said the same thing to a ref, they'd be ejected on the spot. The double standard is glaring. Watch the footage. Clark's calm, then confused, then visibly shocked. Price points his finger while talking to her, and the second he turns away, she explodes. That's just rude. Grow up. That's not a basketball disagreement. That's a response to being disrespected. And yet here we are, watching the WNBA direct its investigative firepower at Clark instead of Price. It's the same story every time. They'll protect officials to the bitter end, no matter how bad the optics, no matter how much credibility the officiating loses, no matter how much they alienate the fans who see through this nonsense. And those fans, they're not stupid. They've seen Clark get fouled in ways that would earn automatic flagrant calls for anyone else. They've seen her hammered on drives with no whistle.
It's despicable and it's disgusting at times, bro. This is bad, man. This is bad, dog. And I feel like somebody need to have that voice for Caitlyn. Somebody need to.
They've seen her yanked off balance and even struck in the groin without so much as a warning to the defender. It's targeted, it's obvious, and it's allowed to continue. And when she dares to push back, the league's answer is, "How dare you?" Clark's reaction that night wasn't about one bad call. It was about a season's worth of abuse boiling over. She's been carrying this franchise, carrying this league's ratings, and carrying herself with more composure than most rookies could ever dream of. But everyone has a breaking point. The Connecticut Sun game was hers. The WNBA should be embarrassed. Their most marketable player, maybe the most marketable rookie in league history, has been telling them all season, through her play and her restraint, that the officiating is a problem. Her coach, Stephanie White, has been practically begging them to protect her. And instead of fixing the problem, they've decided to make an example out of Clark. It's the same league that happily cashes in on her name. The same league that sells out arenas because she's in town.
Clark visibly upset with the referee, screaming on the referee, but gets no technical foul. Do you know what that told me? That told me whatever that referee said was a big...
The truth is, the WNBA has reached a crossroads, and how they handle this Caitlin Clark situation will define them for years. This isn't just about one heated moment in Connecticut. This is about the league's willingness, or unwillingness, to protect the players who are the reason anyone's watching in the first place. Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie. She's the reason the All-Star Game is selling out. She's the reason casual fans are tuning in. She's the reason merchandise sales have exploded. And yet here they are, treating her like a disciplinary case file instead of the most valuable asset they've got. Let's be honest, Michael Price's behavior that night was the spark, but the fire has been building all season. The officiating has been horrendous. We've seen Clark get bear-hugged, elbowed, hip-checked, and tripped without a whistle. We've seen clear-as-day fouls ignored. We've seen her opponents emboldened to take extra liberties with her because they know the refs won't call it. And all the while, Clark has kept her composure better than most could. But what happened that night went beyond a missed call.
Going through it slowly, it looked cordial. Like they are just talking, right? Just simple. And yeah, she's calm. Look at her face. She's very much so calm. Calm. Had a little shock look.
That was personal. You can see it on her face. Calm discussion turns into shock, then fury. That's when Brienne January steps in, because she knows the stakes. Clark's already been flirting with the suspension threshold for technical fouls. One more, and she's out of game. That's the kind of thing the league should be bending over backwards to prevent, not baiting into happening. And yes, baiting is exactly what it looked like. Price had multiple opportunities to defuse the situation. Instead, he escalated it with whatever comment pushed Clark over the edge. Then, knowing he was in the wrong, he didn't give her a tech, because deep down, he knew it wouldn't hold up. But now, the league office wants to play armchair cop and punish her retroactively. That's cowardice disguised as authority. And it sends a message to every official. You can say whatever you want, treat players however you like, and the league will back you up. That is a disaster for credibility. Let's not forget, this isn't the first time Clark's been in a headline because of physical play. Earlier this season, she was blatantly targeted in the groin by an opponent. The cameras caught it, everyone saw it, and what did the WNBA do? Nothing. No suspension, no fine, just silence. But when Clark tells a ref she's calling the league on him,
and it gets real, that fingers start pointing. Right, all right, yeah. Talking. Then she's like, like what? Trying to make an understanding of what he just said. And I think she was about to say, that has nothing to do with it.
Suddenly that's an urgent crisis. The league's hypocrisy is suffocating. It's like watching someone get shoved into the mud every day and then yelling at them the one time they shove back. That's what makes this so outrageous. The WNBA wants the benefit of Caitlin Clark's superstardom without the responsibility of protecting her. They want the ticket sales, the ratings, the headlines, but not the hard work of making sure she's treated fairly on the court. The referees have been a problem for years, but Clark's arrival has put it under a microscope. More eyes means more people noticing the nonsense. And instead of using that exposure to fix things, the league is trying to silence the player who's shining the brightest light on it. You can't tell me this investigation isn't also about optics. The All-Star Game is in Indianapolis, Clark's backyard. The WNBA has been marketing it as a celebration of her rookie season, and now they're threatening to blow it up by pursuing disciplinary action right before the event. Do they even hear themselves? This is business malpractice. Every other major sports league bends over backward to protect its stars. The NBA, they'll adjust rules to keep superstars in games.
I crossed the line. Because you don't get screamed on by a player like that. You don't get shown up on the court by a player like that and not call a technical foul unless you are in the wrong.
The NFL, quarterbacks might as well be wearing do not touch signs. The WNBA, they watch their biggest star get body checked, let the refs mouth off to her, then investigate her for objecting. That's the difference. And if they don't see how backwards that is, they're beyond help. Here's the other thing. Clark avoiding a tech in the moment is proof her reaction was justified. If she'd crossed the line, Price had every opportunity to hit her with one. But he didn't. He knew he'd be opening himself up to scrutiny, and scrutiny is the last thing these refs want. So he let it go in the game. And now, from the safe distance of the league office, they're trying to rewrite history. That's not justice. That's rewriting the story so the powerful never look bad. It's the same old playbook. Protect the officials, protect the illusion of authority, sacrifice the player. And if that player happens to be the face of your league, well, I guess that's just collateral damage. But here's the reality. If Clark sits, whether from suspension or injury, the league suffers. Ratings drop, attendance dips, buzz fades. The people making these decisions in the WNBA office know this. They've got the data, and they're still willing to roll the dice, all to protect one referee's ego. If that's not incompetence, I don't know what is.
The refereeing yesterday, we see Tina Charles hit AB with a stiff forearm, literally turns around and hits her with a stiff forearm. We see Sophie Cunningham